Hey guys, recording to you directly from my computer's camera. I wanted to talk to you about something interesting that's happened to me twice in the past 2 weeks. The first time it happened, I was coming home from Tokyo, and I noticed that there was a large man asking one of the passengers if the train went to a certain place in Sano, and I thought to myself, okay, well, I'm also a foreigner. He spoke to that person in English, so he might end up asking me for directions at some point during this ride. He didn't. He ended up hanging out on the other side of the train car, but he happened to get off at my stop, which is one of those stops that, unless you live in the area, you might be lost if you're getting off on this. Because there is another station similarly named to it, which is where most people want to get off at, because it has another train line attached to it. So anyways, he gets off, and I have my headphones on, but they're on very light volume, just so I can hear things around me. And I happen to hear him call out as we get like 10 steps away from the station. So I take off my earphones and, ask him if I could help him. Turns out he didn't need help. He apparently lived in the area. But the way he decided to approach me was a little bit creepy. Thank God it was broad daylight. But he came up to me, he asked me for my name, I asked for his, because I'm not going to give mine away without having yours. And then he proceeded to immediately, and I'm saying, immediately ask if I was lonely. Did I live alone? Do we want to be friends? Now, I understand that you can be lonely yourself and you do want to make friends. And maybe he honestly did want to make friends. But the fact is, that was really creepy. All sorts of red flags all over the place. And yeah, the fact that he asked for my name first also indicated to me something a little bit weird. Usually you introduce yourself first. Maybe that's just me, or what I've grown up with. If you want to introduce yourself to somebody, that's the way you do it. You introduce yourself first, not ask them for their name first. But anyways, the way, I just wanted to say, he went about it really weird. And the fact that the immediate question after he introduces himself was, "Are you lonely? Do you live alone?" That was a little weird. I did get out of that conversation. I never told him exactly where I lived. I said I lived somewhere near the station, which is kind of a lie, because I'm not that close to the station. But what really irked me was the fact that I kept telling him, no, I don't want to be friends, and he kept give him my contact, and he kept saying, well, I know you don't want to give me your contact, but sometimes girls want to give you your contact after you take out your phone, and he kept going to reach for his, and I was just like, no. So again, thank God it was broad daylight. That was really creepy. And then actually today I was coming home from work, and I get home a little bit late today, so it's already nightfall, and I noticed this car had pulled over before I was always biking, and they did look a little lost. Again, I keep assuming people are lost. Clearly there's something wrong with me. Because maybe 5 or 10 minutes later I'm on another street and they happen to pull over near me again while I'm stopped at one of the corners, waiting, checking for traffic. And this Indian man, maybe in his late 40s, early 50s, he's got a younger guy with him in the car, and he starts talking to me, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Why is this happening again for the second time? Again, he also asked for my name first before introducing himself. He did introduce he told me his country first, which actually happened with the last guy too. He introduced where he was from before he told me who he was. He insisted on my name first before he gave me his. And immediately following it, he asked me again, "Are you lonely? Do you need a friend? Let's become friends." And I was really thankful I was on a bike, because if either of them got anywhere near their doors, like, I was gonna book it. I'm not a very good bike rider, but I feel like instinct would have helped me on that one. It was really creepy. And to round this all out, I want to talk about the fact that foreigners are actually sometimes the creepier person when you're in a foreign country. Like, other people like you are actually creepier than the natives. And that sounds rude and racist, but it's kind of true. Maybe it's just me, because I am an introvert at nature, but both introductions were pretty creepy. And I'd like to, I don't know, public service announcement. If you want to introduce yourself to someone, don't be that creepy. Make sure you introduce yourself first. Alright? And don't immediately ask somebody if they're lonely. Do they live alone? That's really, really, really creepy. Alright? So, yeah. In the future, all you creepers, please stop being creepy. See you later.